Mike Callahan. Saw a question proposed on one of the Facebook groups for the lawn care industry, but this is really applicable to any service business or really any business at all. The gentleman said his employee was an 8, maybe a 7, and he's demanding overtime next year or he's not going to work for the company. Should he give them the overtime? Well, this may be conflicting of a lot of people's thoughts, but even with the labor market the way it is, I would say absolutely not. What we really want to do is create some kind of reward or buy-in system. We want an alignment with what the company's goals are and the employees' goals. And with that alignment, we can create some synergies. As soon as you start letting your field staff demand how they're going to work, when they're going to work, and what they're going to get paid, that is not a culture, in my opinion, that we want to be fostering. One of the books I'd recommend right here is The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly. Awesome book, but it really goes in and talks about harnessing the powers of the employee's dreams. So let's take it on a positive spin. This gentleman really is dreaming, or his goal in life is to create enough money through working in the service industry to support his family, maybe put some money away, maybe even go on vacation. Those are dreams and goals that we can align with as a company. If his goal is to keep his pulse clicking until 40 hours till he clocks in for time and a half, that right there is not the culture we probably want to be building in our business. But if we go into read a book like The Dream Manager and we can align our goals of the company with the employees and find out and sit down knee to knee what their goals are, that's a good starting point. So I would suggest sitting down with this gentleman if he really is a valued part of the team and you want him back next year. Ask him why he wants the overtime. Get down to the root and the meaning of what that does for him. Is it just strictly to not work as hard and get paid time and a half? Or is to make as much money as possible to have a goal and something we can align and help that individual with? So we may have some production bonuses. We maybe go to piece rate. So we go in and pay them for their budgeted time versus the actual time they work. Not trying to get out of overtime. Legally, we still need to pay overtime, but we may be able to pay them for maybe 45 or 50 hours worth of work that they can accomplish in 40. And maybe they want to make enough money to support their family. And on the flip side of that, they also want to have the time in their personal life to hang out and be with their kids, go baseball games, maybe go to their kids' ballet class, whatever that is. So I would suggest getting down to the root of the matter. Pick up the book, The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly. It's also on Audible. Great book. If you look back in the SA Weekly talk show, I had an interview with Dan Relf, the old dream manager of Infusionsoft. He started a new business called The Dream School. Really insightful how to dive into that psychology to get your employees to align with your company's goals and create an amazing culture where people want to be there. And hopefully you're not getting blackmailed just to have this gentleman grab some time and a half and keep a pulse to 40 hours. So we'll keep it on the positive. I would say no. Sit down with the gentleman and get to the root of the problem and align your goals of the company with him and create a culture that everybody wins in. So any comments or questions, drop them below. I'm sure I'm going to have some naysayers, but that's how I would tackle it in my business. And I suggest that you take a look at that Dream Manager book and see if that's maybe something of a culture you'd like to build in your business.